a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker. Don't you mess around, no, no, no. Your love has set my soul on fire, burning out of control. You taught me the ways of desire, now it's taken its toll. You're the right kind of singer to release my inner fantasies, the eventual winner, and you know that you were born to be. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker. Don't you mess around with me. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker. Don't you mess around, no, no, no. You're the right kind of singer to release my inner fantasies, the eventual winner, and you know that you were born to be. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker. Don't you mess around with me. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker. Don't you mess around with me. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker. Don't you mess around with me. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker, heartbreaker.
I'm dead serious, man. Chipmunks on 16 Speed is the sludgiest unintentional doom metal album in existence. It's just fantastic. I'm doing something a little different today. We're going to launch this craft right here, the DICK, Duna Ike Carrier of Kerbals, the DICK. Duna and Ike being the moon of Duna, Duna being this game's equivalent of Mars, but this is, if you've watched my streams before, you know that this is effectively a space bus. But I've modified it so it's now a lander up top that's capable of landing on Ike and probably Duna. We're going to try it. It's also capable of carrying 4 tourists down there. So I have switched out the landers. There's a crew waiting to travel to Duna. There are tourists. There's 16 of them. This is going to have a pilot, a scientist, and an engineer so that I can collect surface samples and science and stuff, because this is my career save. And these are just extra tanks because I needed a little bit of extra fuel and I didn't want to add more size to the rocket. So I just put some tanks on the side. They feed asparagus style, so they will fall off as the ship goes, but this is going to be a slightly different launch profile than the space bus. This is going to be, I think this is like my 25th launch in this particular save. So yeah, I've done this a few times. So without any further ado, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This thing is going to go to the moon, and it's going to dock with Gladius, which is the ship that's going to take us to Duna. So this is the real countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Everything's nominal so far. We've cleared the tower. We've cleared the space center. Gravity turn has begun. Looking good so far. In a second here, the first boosters will jettison. Off they go. Want to stay as close to 90 as we can. Second set of fuel tanks is going to jettison fairly soon. Oh boy, don't do that. Don't do that. And there they go. And we're off. Everything is nominal. We're going to switch to orbit orientation. There we go. You're going to see a little fire, maybe a little overheat gauge. That's completely normal. Completely normal. We're expecting it. Here at the Jeff Space Agency, we do expect a little bit of fire. There it is. Now what I'm trying to do is to get this number right here to about 73. That's the highest point of, I think that's egress. I think you would call that egress. But yeah, it gets a little hot, a little spicy on the way out. A little bit spicy. It's kind of how we like it. Perfect. Perfect. 317 is about what I usually have. Usually I'm actually in the higher 200s, so that was actually a really, really good. This thing tested fairly well. I haven't tested landing on Duna with it yet. I know it can land on Ike. It's just obvious. I mean, simple math. Especially considering I've got a refueler pre-stage there. But we're just going to coast until we get out of the atmosphere. I mean, if you've seen one launch, you've seen them all. So this part's generally pretty similar. but this thing's going to leave the atmosphere shortly. We're about 2 minutes into the flight. When this runs out, when we leave the atmosphere, we'll hit the engines again until the first stage is off. Then we'll jettison the first stage and we'll use the lander stage to get to the Mun, which when we get to the Mun, we have a refueler on standby at the Mun waiting to fill it back up, probably top that thing off. And it will then serve as kind of like a satellite engine to the transport, which will get us to Duna. It doesn't really matter if it runs out of fuel on the transport because I have another refueler staged at Ike that is right there. So it should be okay. And the transfer craft Gladius has a relay satellite on it, so it will be able to, because the lander on Ike doesn't have a relay satellite, doesn't really have comms to speak of. So I'll have to use the relay satellite to get it to move. It doesn't really do anything unless I go there. So we're almost out of the atmosphere. We're going to begin our burn again right about now. We want to bring our apoaps, our highest point of egress, to about 90,000. And there goes that first stage where it will now plummet into the planet, somewhere into the surrounding countryside. It's an empty planet aside from the launch pad, which I'm well clear of. And it's a night launch, so you're not going to be able to see much until we get to the day section. So sorry about that being a night launch. We'll get her up to 90. How you doing, viewer? 90. That's where we want to be. We're at 90 degrees too. That's perfect. I'm probably going to come in at an incline though, relative to the Mun constellation. I have a constellation of ships in orbit around the Mun. And I do call it the Mun constellation. So we'll be probably at an incline, which I'll just fix it when I get there. That's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. And this is uncharacteristically of my organization. This Duna lander is manned. So that's going to present another challenge because I'm going to have to bring those pilots back with all of the scientific data that I get, what limited scientific data I get, because this is more of a tourism craft than it is a data and science gathering craft. This is more to make money, even though I have like 9 million credits. But the more contracts I get, or the more contracts I do, the more contracts I can get. So, you know, there's that. So I got a little bit of time. We'll get this thing even. Get the orbit even, and then we got to go. I think we might actually be on track to go to the Mun. Are we? Yep. We are. So let's do it. No. Dang it. Stop picking my constellation craft. And why is that craft still alive? I wanted it to land. I mean, I wanted it to explode. But that's the Mun constellation. I've got a lot of ships in orbit. It's a busy place, the Mun. Very busy place. I didn't even target it. That's crazy. I should probably target it. Yeah, I named my lander Gilgamesh. So there's that. That's kind of cool. Because I am a big fan of the game Final Fantasy. And I know it's also a story, the Epic of Gilgamesh. I'm aware. But Mun missions are pretty routine. Hey, 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 hey. Slow down. Yeah, look at that. That's crazy. Where am I at now? Yikes, that's too high. That's right around where Gladius is. So let's back that up. Gotta love the RCS messing up your orbit. Yo. Yeah, that's about right. We'll go 113. That'll work. That will work. So for some reason, it's a 2-day journey. That's strange. Usually it's a little bit over a day. So we level out. Yeah, good enough. We level out. And then we got to target Gladius, which is this one. These are... So the other ones... That is Masamune. That is a transport craft to take people from the Mun to Minmus and back. That's the Terrence Pop Mark II. That's the lander, named after the YouTuber. Shout out to Terrence Pop. Go check out his YouTube channel. That is, so yeah, that's the lander that takes people down to the Mun and usually docks with Masamune, goes to Minmus, and then it'll land and come back. Those are the people that want to take the Kerbal tour. And then this is Mun Station. This is... Basically, it's just one great big giant fuel tank with 2 refineries and a shitload of ore tanks on it. So that will... I can refuel craft many, many, many times over on that before it runs out. And then I have... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Might be connected to Mun Station. But I also have a refueler that is staged on the Mun. Here, I'll show you. So I had 12 hours. I got plenty of time. I'm not going to make it take the whole 12 hours, but I got time. I'll show you some of the stuff I have. And basically it's just a relay satellite and batteries and solar panels. So that when things are behind on the dark side of the Mun or on the back side of Minmus, they can beam up to those and back down to Kerbin. That's one of them. And that's the longest running craft. That's been up for 8 years. Then you have Reich. I call it Reich because the refueler crafts are the Rosa series, and that one's on Ike. So it's the Rosa craft on Ike, so it's Reich. This is All-Seeing Eye number 2. As you can see, it's the orbits are... I did that so that it's a lot harder to have blackout periods. It does happen, but they're pretty much right on the edge. They're 82.9. They're like right on the edge of Kerbin's gravity, and they're barely moving. 205.2 meters per second. That's slow. Then you have Mun Station. Mun Station's really, really, really low. Yeah, it averages about 15 to 16.5 as an orbit. So it's like really, really close. That's Duna 2. That's got to go. Get you out of here. We'll go back. We'll go back. No, do not terminate Gilgamesh. Terminate Duna 2. I don't need it anymore. It's outdated. So, okay. All-Seeing Eye. Mun Station. And then, see, the network gets confusing. I'll just do paths. See, they all these have relays on them too. so they can communicate with each other. That's Masamune. That's the transport. Then this is a deep probe. This is actually going to do a flyby of Moho and gather science. And then I have Gladius. This is in orbit around the Mun. It's a little bit higher. I think it's 50. Yeah, about 50. And that is, get your mind out of the gutter, that is a tourist high orbit transfer craft. It's designed to leave Kerbin, go to the Mun, drop people off. Basically, when I get space tourists, right, I put them in the tourist high orbit transfer craft. And that is basically what that does is it launches them from Kerbin into orbit, usually to a high orbit around the Mun. And then they get picked up by another ship, usually either Masamune or Gladius, depending on where they're going. Masamune will pick them up and then go dock with the Terrence Poplander, which will then, they'll transfer all the people into the lander. The lander goes down to the Mun, comes back up, docks with Masamune. Masamune takes it to Minmus. They do it over again. They land, they come back, and then they come back to the Mun. In the event that they use too much fuel going either there or back, there are refuelers stationed on the Mun and Minmus. So when they get to Minmus, they can get topped off, and then they can come back to the Mun. So they will not run out of fuel. It's not possible for them to run out of fuel. I've got it set up so that I've got a near 100% success rate. I think I've lost one tourist. And it was because I attempted to land them on Duna on a much cruder craft. And they didn't quite make it back up. This is the Outer Rimmer. This is on its way to Elu to do the same thing. It's going to fly within 10 kilometers of Elu's surface, and I'm going to collect a bunch of data. And that's going to be some very expensive data. That's Moza. That's the refueler landing on Minmus. So it's in the flats right now, refueling. Then you got Pop 2, the Terrence Pop Mark II at 20,000. And, oh, there's Super Rosa. Oh, it's on the launch pad. That's why. I forgot. It's on the Mun Station launch pad. Then Gilgamesh on its way to the Mun. So I'll show you Mun Station. This is Mun Station. It's like hella over-engineered and it looks absolutely ridiculous, but it does the trick. And let me tell you, it will never run out of power. Ever. No matter what I do. I can have 3 refiners running at once, and it will never run out of power. See, I've got RTGs all over it. I got giant solar panels. Got refineries on either side. That's a refinery. That's a refinery. These have ore in them. They're, for the most part, full. For the most part, this thing's pretty much full of fuel. Look at the fuel I have on it. 9,000 and 11,000 oxidizer. 1,500 monopropellant. It's just there in orbit to, just in case, you know, refueling. Like if I want to top something off and the Super Rosa, the lander on the Mun, isn't quite full of ore or ready to deliver fuel yet or ore yet, then I can just hit Mun Station, refuel, and go. I don't have to wait. So that's why I have that up there. So we'll go back to tracking station, and then I'll show you Super Rosa, and I'll show you Moza, and I'll show you Reich. Because they're pretty much the same. The technology's gotten better. So, and the Minmus one's different because it's built for Minmus. LOL, hi, where are we going? I'm already on my way there. I'm on my way to dock with my transport craft. So this is Super Rosa. This is one of my refueler landers. It's on the launch pad. It's full of ore. It's ready to go. I could launch it to refuel Mun Station, but I'm actually going to use it to refuel Gladius when the lander docks to it. So this is what This is what it looks like. It's got its drills, it's got its fuel tanks, and its radiators. And if you look, there's no solar panels on it. So you're probably wondering, where does it get its power? It gets its power. That battery has 4,000, first of all. It's got a big battery life. But if you open this, YouTube chat isn't showing, huh? It's not. No. Strange. These are RTGs. So I don't ever run out of power. So that's the newest design of the Rosa. Oh, I need lights. There we go. We'll turn the lights on. And see, even with lights, the refiner and the refuel are running. Like, I've got both drills and the refiner running. And no drain on the power whatsoever. Whatsoever. So that's kind of cool. But then when you go, like, I'll show you Reich now because you'll see the difference. Because I don't believe I had RTGs at the time that I made this one. I don't believe I had RTG technology, and if I did, I don't know that I used it. I think this one runs on solar panels. And it's got two really, really big ones, if I recall correctly. I think it's all closed up, though, because, yeah, it is. It's all closed up. But, oh, no, it does have its... You can't really see them because it's dark, because it's nighttime, but these are the Gigantor solar panels. But it's closed up because it's full. So it's actually using power right now. But it's full. YouTube stream cut out right when I messaged you about the chat. Huh. It must have because... Oh, it's probably because I was playing... I wonder if it's because I was playing Chipmunks on 16 speed at the beginning. Huh. Interesting. I didn't know that was copyrighted. I'll stop playing it then, YouTube. But that's Reich. It sucks you can't see it because it's dark, but I can't really fast forward the time on Reich because then I'll lose track of Gilgamesh. So, and now I'll show you. This is Moza Mark II. Excuse me. Landed on Minmus. It's probably daylight at Minmus. I think so. But it's on the flats. I almost always land in the flats because it's really, really easy to land in the flats. If I remember correctly, it's in the flats. I think it kept running. It just booted me. That's weird. Yeah, it's in the flats. But that's Moza. I just use a smaller engine and there's less ore. And it does have RTGs, so I don't need to use these, but I will if I have to. Like I probably should now because that bouncing because the gravity's so low. This is the only design flaw I have in this ship because see how, whoa, stop doing that. See how it's bouncing? It's bouncing because the gravity is so low that the force of these drills drilling actually will make it bounce. And it's kind of a pain. It's kind of a pain. But this thing needs to fuel up. And I think I can run them both. Yeah, I can run them both. Okay. Good. Good, I can run them both. But that's what she looks like on the ground. But it holds a bunch of monoprop. It holds a bunch of fuel. Just, you know, when they get here, they can get topped off for the trip back. So that fuel's never a problem. I can always, because the way I land is not fuel efficient at all. It's really safe, but it's not fuel efficient. I burn so much extra fuel. It's ridiculous how much extra fuel I burn. But I'm trying to keep people safe. You know what I'm saying? So we'll go back to Gilgamesh. We'll finish this mission. No, stop doing that. There we go. That's what I'm trying to do. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Wow. Hello. Hello, moon. It's always at night. Why can't we get there during the day? We always got to get there at night. And we're not going to see any of the other ships because they do sometimes cross paths. They get pretty close sometimes, and I do use that to my advantage for sure. Especially the bottom three, the lower three, and the Constellation. When they're really close together, it saves so much fuel when they go to dock. You'd like hardly have to use any fuel to get them to dock. And it makes it so much easier. Almost. That's pretty close. That's almost a perfectly circular orbit. Almost. I was going for it. But see now, see this right here? How my orbit's inclined? That's a lot inclined. That's going to take a lot of fuel to fix. So you go to these nodes. This node right here, it's called the ascending node. That means as I'm coming up, that's the point where my orbit will be at the same plane as the ship I'm trying to get to. So you'll just, at that point, you just adjust your orbit until it levels out like that. And see, now this will be 0.0. That's what you're looking for. Is it that way? No, it's the other way. And this has like almost no battery, but it doesn't really need any battery because it's not going to use a lot of battery. So, and I've got 2 RTGs in it, so it doesn't need, it's like never going to need to use more than 100 or so battery. Because even when I land on Duna, it's going to be constantly recharging itself. So it's not going to ever really be a problem. Not really going to be a problem. So we're close now. We're real close now. Just keep the stabilizer right there. But we got to keep it stable at that point, because if you try to keep it on like normal or anti-normal, that shifts as you burn, and it will shift your trajectory if you try to go with it, and it'll actually mess up your burn. So don't do that. Get it set to that point and then put on stability assist. And we're going to burn now. I'm not on the other screen because I need to actually see how close is that. Did I go 0? Yep, 0. Good. Okay, it's going to be slightly off because you're not going to get it perfect, but that's good enough. So now I have to worry about intersecting with my other ship. I like to go a little below it so that I have 2 arrows to work with. See that? Are they getting closer? Oh, there we go. Yep. Right about there. See how these two? 0.6 kilometer separation. That's about as good as I'm going to get. So that's where we're going to be. That's where the burn is. So we want to get to that point. It's about 27 minutes away. It's a 2-second burn. A 33.7 meters per second of delta V, which means I'm going to be going 69.5 when I get there. I'm going to have to bleed off all that speed, which is fine. That's not going to be a problem. I still have 1,000 units of fuel, so I have enough fuel basically to get to Duna right now. Still. So I'm not, well, maybe. I might not. I've probably got enough. I have enough fuel right now to get to Minmus, land, come back, land on the moon, and get back up into orbit. For sure. Like, that's a lot of fuel. That is a lot of fuel. Especially to have that little left and have that much delta V left, that's a lot. That's probably enough to get myself into orbit around Duna. Right there. At least that's what I'm hoping. It's not going to be exact, but we'll get there. I might be able to. You know what? So if you want to fine tune your adjustments too, another trick is to just go into docking mode and use your RCS. See, yeah, that's even closer. And you shut your RCS off when you're done. Now, this right here, this is my orbit speed. Now I change that to target, my speed relative to my target. And now I'm pointing, my target is right there, where my lander's pointed somewhere. In that direction. I don't know where exactly it is. Oh, it's right there. See, I'm here, and it's here. Now watch our orbits. When I get to about here, you'll see. We'll come together. See, it's right there. And I'm right here. Coming together nicely. There it is. There it is. Yeah, we need to get closer. Oh, look, these two are right on top of each other. Wow. One of those rare moments. Sometimes I like to zoom, to go back to like lander perspective so I can watch them fly over like that when they're like right on top of each other. It's kind of neat. But docking's not that hard once you get the hang of it. It's actually really easy. Let's see. Da 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 da. Going about, that's about 100 miles an hour right there. Enjoy the space scenery. Okay. See how I'm at 0.0? Now what I want to do is I want to point this thing at my target. I don't have target orientation yet because my pilot's not that good. But that's about right. This thing can just orient itself to the target because it's computer driven. Whoops, whoops. No, that's not the docking port I want you to use. I want you to use port B. The problem with this ship is it doesn't have a very good charging system. It has very small solar panels, so it kind of relies on the lander to keep it fueled up power-wise, to keep the power to it. See, I'm actually losing power. But I do gain a little bit because there are really tiny, tiny solar panels on it that gain it power. But, okay, here's the hard part. I have to line this up. Directly facing the target, like that. Now I have to keep that circle inside the target. Wow, this thing's quick. I like this lander. It's fast. This lander's really fast. It's going to be a while before these guys can get to Duna. They're just getting used to rocket surgery is all of the phrasing. Right now I'm going about 7 miles per hour, 3.0 meters per second. Just multiply that by 2.2. That's your speed in miles per hour. But it gets interesting when I have to get really close because you have to line it up just right or I'll hit those engines. Okay. So now I reorient to target. I should be on the right path. Okay, so I'm a little off. That's good. Sorry, I'm quiet. It's gotta concentrate. Gotta concentrate. Get in there. Yes. Perfect. See? Now it will recharge because I have things attached to it. So now we want to control it from here. Control from here. Then you're going to turn prograde. Because why not? Now I don't need to worry about charging. If I just keep it stable right there. See, now it's charging itself. Good, 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 good. It's slowly, 1 per second, but it is recharging itself. Okay. That's what I wanted. So that's the end of that mission. Mission accomplished. That's good. How much further, how much longer do I have to wait before I get to Duna? Let's see. I am here. Duna needs to be about here in my orbit, roughly right there. So I have to get to about, it's going to be probably another couple 100 days, at least. At least. But that's what I'm looking at. Super Rosa should be all fueled up. So that should be ready to go. Should be. If it's all fueled up and ready to go, then I can launch that and hopefully not crash it like I did the last one. Because the last one was just named Rosa, and I crashed it in a major way. I crashed it in a major way. I was trying to hug the ground as I was like getting to orbit speed, and when I did, I misjudged the height of a mountain in front of me and just slammed right into it at like Mach 2. Pieces and parts and stuff like blew off all over the place, and it was really gnarly. It was really gnarly. Good view of Kerbin from here. That's nice, right? I think my target is, oh, it's on the other side of the, it's on the other side of the Mun. Yeah, my target's Gladius. Not Mun Station anymore. Because usually what I do is I'll launch this thing to Mun Station and back like several times. I don't need full mono propellants. Did you mega rut it? I did. It was a very rapid, very unscheduled disassembly. It was quite gnarly. Quite gnarly. Now, the thing about launching this craft is I have to keep the liquid fuel and oxygen refiner going, right? And what that means is as it's launching, it's burning oxidizer and liquid fuel, but it's also taking it out of the ore and refueling it. And the reason that is because this craft actually does not have enough fuel to launch all of this ore into orbit and then land. So I lose a bunch of ore as parasitic loss, probably about 700 ore in travel. Usually it's closer to 1,000, but I like to keep it around 750 is ideal. But it's a little bit of parasitic loss on the ore, but I generally send up more ore to convert to fuel than I need to take. So I'm gaining usually 12 to 13, sometimes 1,500 ore each run. So it takes roughly 4 or 5 lander missions, usually 5, to fill Mun Station. 5 of these like hops into orbit and back. But I have to keep this running, which means these radiators have to constantly be open. And it looks kind of funny launching with the radiators. It looks like it's got wings. But I shouldn't, there's no point in me launching right now because I would have to wait a long time to line back up with Gladius. I would have to have it come back around, and that's a long orbit. Yeah, that's a real long orbit. It's about 330 kilometers away from me. But yeah, this is my Mun constellation. They're all pretty close together. I try to keep them on the same elliptical, on the same plane, the same orbital plane, so that it's easier to dock them together. But Mun Station is also capable of being moved. It can go just about anywhere. It can go to Minmus. I can probably send it to another planet. I haven't attempted it, but I probably could. But with Gladius, what I'm looking at, I'm going to switch to that real quick. What I'm looking at is I want to launch Super Rosa to dock with this as it is now, because this lander, I used a ton of fuel in the lander to get it here. So I mean, it will make the trip to Duna, but those nuclear engines don't have a whole lot of thrust, and I'd like to have this little extra thrust. So I'd like for this to be full. So the Super Rose is going to dock here, because this is going to act as a secondary thruster to get me to Duna a little bit. The burn is going to take less time. What's the thrust to weight ratio on this now? Hold on. Let me move these engines to this stage for a minute, because I'm going to have to reconfigure all the stages anyway. Whenever you dock, it messes up the staging whenever you dock. So you always want to go back and kind of overhaul your staging. Thrust to weight ratio on this right now is 3.12. That's actually really good. 3.12 is solid. It'll be a little bit less when it's full. It'll be like probably 2.7, 2.8. But ideally, you want it high enough above 1 where you don't really have to worry. And as far as monopropellant, I'm not really that worried about monopropellant either, because like I said, I have a refueler on Ike. So if I run out of monopropellant in the event that I need to dock, because you only really need monopropellant to dock. And once it gets all docked, hey, look at that, my name. Ha ha ha. Now you know my real name. Oh no. But you really only need monopropellant to dock. And to keep yourself straight when you're landing, that it generally works really well to keep yourself straight if you don't have the reaction wheels to turn quickly. Monopropellant works to keep you straight really quick. And to keep your stability when you're landing, stuff like that. But that's the only thing I would use monopropellant for. But then I also got these. Those are air brakes, because I don't have a heat shield to slow my craft down and to take out and to take all the heat. So as I'm coming into Duna, I'm basically raw dogging it. Like, this is going to bear all of the heat as it comes in, and I don't want it to burn up. So these are designed to catch some of the air and slow down the craft. Those are the air brakes. So we'll close those because I don't really need them now. But that's what I'll use those for, is for when I'm coming down to land, so that my craft doesn't rip itself apart in Duna's lack of an atmosphere. Really, it's a thin atmosphere, so it's probably not going to blow up. But I would like to be able to slow it down enough where the parachutes, between the parachutes and those air brakes, I shouldn't have to burn a lot to land. It'll save me on fuel in the long run. That's the idea. But when this thing's full, I think it's capable of, I think it's like 2,700 meters per second of delta V, so it's definitely enough to land and come back to orbit, even if I had to land on pure rocket power alone. But I don't have to, because this has an engineer in it that can reset all of these parachutes when he needs to. So there's that. So that's kind of cool. But that's Gladius, eventually on its way to Duna. This, by the way, is unmanned, except, like, there's no pilots. It's got brains in here, and this is where the tourists sit. And as you can see, there's 16 of them. There's 16 people in this. All of my crafts can handle, well, except this one. This can handle 4, but this can handle 16. So when these guys get to Duna, all of them need to land on Duna and come back to get the mission credit. So it's going to take 4 trips to do it. So that's going to be kind of time consuming, because they're going to have to orbit Ike, get topped off on fuel, go back to Duna, or go to Duna, land the ship, bring it back, dock with the other thing, go back to Ike, refuel again, go back to Duna, second landing, so on and so on. So, I mean, it's a little bit, it's not super efficient. It could be more efficient, but, you know, is what it is. It is what it is. I could also theoretically dock the Reiklander with this one here and bring the whole kit and caboodle to Duna with me. But that's, now you're talking wasting a whole bunch of fuel, because that's a heavy, heavy, heavy craft. And this is all going to need to, you know, and when I get from Duna to Ike, the transfer, it's only going to be these nuclear engines that'll be burning. It won't be this Poodle engine. That'll be off, because I need all of the fuel in this that I can get. And I also have backup oxidizer in here just in case. Almost enough to fill the tank. Almost enough. Not quite. So that's the missions that are going on now. Kind of neat, right? But I got a system. I got a system. The only thing I really have left to do, as far as to get 100% on this, which is what I'm working towards, is to land on Lathe. Yeah, see? 95%. 95%. I'm close. Real close. But landing on Lathe is not easy. It's not easy at all. I have to land on Lathe. I have to fly a jet and land it at the Space Center, which that's kind of easy. But this is on its way to Duna. I mean, not Duna, Elu. And if you zoom in, it's going to get really close. See? 12,700 meters from the surface. I can probably get closer. I could probably get to like 5 or 6,000, maybe. But that'll be close enough. I don't know how fast I'm going to be going when I get there either. Probably really fast. Probably really fast. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. Maybe not though, because it's not that high delta V over there. These are low delta V transfers when you get out to Elu. It's not like it's this. This is high delta V right here. Moho. Moho is really, really hard to get to. It's probably the hardest planet to get to because of this inclination and the fact that it's orbiting at 18,185 meters per second. The slightest variance in orbit means you're going to show up there and have to bleed an extra 5,000 meters per second off your speed. That's why, like this deep probe, this is on its, I think, second time around. And then it's going to get to, see, it's going to fly back down. It's going to hit this maneuver here, right? And then it's going to come back up to here. And then it's going to come back around. And then it's going to encounter Moho. And even then, I'm going to be going obnoxiously fast. So I'm not going to be able to stop. I'm just going to skim the surface, take pictures, and I mean, not take pictures, take the data I need, and then transmit the data and just blow up the craft. Because I'm only doing it for a flyby. I don't really need any, I'm not trying to land on it yet. Landing on it's going to be quite the challenge. I'm going to have to probably pre-stage a refueler there, which that's a nightmare in and of itself. That's an absolute nightmare in and of itself. I mean, if I wanted to, because like, check this out. I have a lot of money. I have a lot of money. Yeah. 8.5 million. I've got a ton of money. So I'm not super worried about the cost. I could just brute force it and build like $1 million ship that'd probably make it there. But I want to try to do it right. But that's it. That's my Kerbal Space Program machine there. Let's play some 40 forts. Let's play some 40 forts. And now I gotta change what it says on Twitch. Give me 1 second to change that. Boom. I'm going to play a couple of rounds of 40 forts. And then, so tomorrow, it'll be Final Fantasy 1. It will start. Flashy thing warning. Yeah, show me what I've been missing. Now I'm not getting updates. Got to go to like the library or someplace with like a really, really good internet connection. And just sit somewhere and let it download. Because I know the Wi-Fi at your house isn't the greatest. Sometimes the Wi-Fi at mine leaves a little to be desired. Most of the time it's pretty good though. Sometimes it leaves just a tad bit to be desired. Where's my... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where is it? Where is it? Uh-oh. That's probably not ideal. Oh, there it is. Okay. Rank off 0 build, no Wi-Fi at mine, only data. Oh, yeah, that's probably why. Yikes. Am I on random? Yeah, I'm on random. Okay. Let's do it. Haven't quite worked out a system. I don't think the train is in play, but I'm not gonna jump the train because I don't get anything good enough to justify jumping on the train compared to some of the other places I know to land at now. There's really good stuff in a couple of places that's like hidden gems. But we'll start out with the Zeus skin, I guess. Yeah. A little bit of 40 forts. But I think my new streaming schedule is going to be Monday or Sunday through Thursday, and I'll just probably take Friday and Saturday off. Or Friday and Saturday will just be like bonus streams. If I feel like streaming, I'll do it. But Fridays and Saturdays are kind of weird because that's like my weekend when I work, and I keep strange hours because I work third shift. So, you know, the Hero Pod loot things are great. So we're going to go, oh wow. All the places I want to go are going to get mobbed. That's great. We'll go to the courtyard, down to the tennis courts. The old tennis courts. It'll be a little bit before we jump. We'll get to enjoy the scenery. Here we go. Nice new schedule for winter. Yeah. Well, the winter I'll probably stream on the weekends because it gets cold here in the winter. So. And I'm going to be on Twitch a lot more. I was going to spring for the restream like package so that I could do all the channels. But give me that. I want that. Give me that. Yeah, that works. So does that. I'm not going to make the train. No, there's no way I make the train. Nope. Okay, that's fine. There's got to be more here. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. Forget. Okay. I need shields in a major way here. Not a good start shield-wise. No fitty pots. Yeah, that didn't really help me. So, yeah. There you are. Uh-huh. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Hey, fitty pot. Gonna be making the most of them pre-winter weekends. Yeah. Okay, so I hear gunshots. You always run at the gunfire here. Because that's how we do things. I hear you. I don't see you. Nor does my turret. Seems a little too... Shoot! I was getting shot at from the other side. Third partied. I was third partying them and they were third partying me at the same time. How much damage did I do to players? That's a social, folks. You know it. Social. Hashtag legalization state. Hashtag don't break no laws. Disclaimer, disclaimer. Ooh, I think I can finally unlock some stuff. Oh. Should have gotten a drink. Ooh, I got Gwenpool. Ooh. Very good. Maybe I build a Gwenpool build. I still don't have enough to get it. See, what I'm trying to get is that and that. Everything else I don't care about. But that cape is freaking sick. I want it. I can do a dead Gwenpool build. Let's do it. Oh, wow. That's crazy. You can make her cell shaded. Like that. I don't have the super levels. Oh, that's pretty sweet. I'm not giving her that. Would she look weird with the cape? Not super weird. It doesn't match her, though. That one does, though. That one looks pretty slick, actually. Do I give her the hardy sword? Huh. I'll give her the Doom Blade, just because I'm funny like that. Now for this, let's see. Yeah, we'll go with the comic book clouds. Don't I have a new one? Thought I had a new one. Yeah, the Doombrella. That's pretty dope. I don't want to use the Gwenpool one because that's too predictable. You know what I mean? Too predictable. That's actually, that would suit her pretty well. We'll do that one. So we'll save that as a Gwenpool. So we've got 22 presets now that it will choose from. And it chooses the Patriots. That's good. At least now when I lose, I won't feel bad. I can say that I'm a Patriots fan. I was a Patriots fan when they were good. I'll be a Patriots fan when they suck. You just have to embrace the suck. You know, it happens. They can't all be Tom Brady. You know what I mean? And you know, anybody that plays quarterback for the Patriots for the next friggin' 75 years is going to be compared to Tom Brady. And you're never going to fill them shoes because he's the greatest quarterback that's ever lived. So you're never going to fill those shoes. So what do? You know? We're going back to the courtyard because that's usually where I drop, is the courtyard. Oh, I did use the record. Interesting. That's an interesting choice for a shoot. And I decided to forego the back bling on this one. I don't even remember that. Funny. Gimme. What do we got? Legendary. Ooh. Yup. Don't mind if I do. Whoops. I don't want the balloons. The balloons are not great. They're kind of overrated, if I'm being honest. I mean, yeah, they help you jump and stuff. I'm definitely taking that fizz. You know, I saw that from the ground. So I'm looking all right now, build-wise. Okay, so I'll take that 50 pot. Up, up. Let's look at you. More bullet. Oh, hell yeah. Actually, you know what? I'll keep that too, just in case. Don't need you. Bullets. Bullets. Yeah, need more bullets. Huh. That's the wrong way. I mean, there's gunfire over there, but I don't know where it is. It might be down here. What the hell is it? Is it in the castle? I don't know, but it was going for a while and then it started to slow down. That means one of them got hit. Do I have enough time to get in here? Get the kill and get out? I can raid the chest. I don't want another balloon. How we doing, buddy? I think there's a chest up here, like a big one. I want to say there is. Nope. I thought there was. There's something in one of these. There's like a. No. Who the heck just triggered the event? And why? Yeah, I don't want no part of that. Oh, that's just the NPCs. Oh, get me the hell out of here, dude. That's not the way I want to go. I want to go this way. Oh, there's a medallion over there. Somebody killed the... Oh, okay. Somebody killed the boss. He's going to be coming right at me, too. He's going to be coming right at me. He's still got another minute, so he's probably going to... He'll probably chill there for a little bit, but I should probably set up a defensive position. Back to the courtyard? No. Is he coming? coming? Yeah, he is. No, he's right on the edge of the ring. He is coming, but I think he's going north. I think he's going to the courtyard. Little does he know, I've already been there. My kill count is embarrassingly low. I need to get that rectified here. Ooh. Ooh. I see the little flashy, chirpy light of gunfire. And it is really far away. No Iron Man stuff here. Oh, they already took it. Somebody already took it. Oh, crap. Go back. Go back. Oh, well. I think I will. Come on. Come on. Oh, oh, oh. Where are you coming from? Ha. Go again. Let's do it. I'm going to be Gwenpool this time. I get to be Gwenpool this time. He's about to lose his car. That thing was about to blow up. He should have gotten out of it and ran. Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? How about we're going back to the courtyard? Because almost everybody goes to the raft. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to go to the raft. Yeah, that looks good. That's a good paint. That's a good color scheme right there. Actually, believe it or not, I like it. I think it's good. This seems to be a good spot. Until you get absolute hot trash like the Sovereign Shotgun. That's better. That makes up for it. That makes up for it in a big way, actually. Give me another 50 pot. Chuggies work. Chuggy. Chuggies. Oh, nice. A bottle. Don't want that shotgun. Let's get out of here. Get into the car. Oh, you like that? Of course they left the damn balloons. And they took the Tony Starky thing. Actually, you know what? I'll take one balloon. Because I do like that. It gives you the flowberry effect. I'm not going to have any kills for a while. It's looking like. Come on over. I see you. Gotcha. Hi, buddy. Let's see what you had for me. Nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Whee. That is a little ridiculous. One balloon does that to you? Come on now. And the thing about having a balloon is you're not exactly camouflaged, but look at this. No fall damage. And it's gone. That's all right. I'm pretty sure Iron Man thingy is going to land right there. So if I can get some war machine guns, maybe a cap shield would be really nice. I'm pretty nigh on unstoppable with cap shield. Where the hell are you? Wow. That was terrible. He had one of those stupid balloons. Mr. Balloons. Mr. Balloon Hands. Drinking out of cups. It's an old meme, but it checks out. All right, I got one more in me, and then I think that's it for the old Streamerama. And then it'll be Final Fantasy 1 tomorrow. And I will in advance warn you, flashy, flashy things warning. And of course, we're going to end on the girliest skin that I have. And this one's for the ladies. That firework gun's a lot of fun, and it doesn't. I haven't really hit anybody with it yet, but it looks cool. It looks really cool. I haven't seen what it does for damage. I heard it's pretty devastating. All right. Boo, 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 boo. I don't know where the good one, where the good drop is in Doomstack, but I know there's that one in Doom's Courtyard. That'll probably be my drop. Doom's Courtyard. Unless I do one more, and my last one will be the train. Maybe. I don't know yet. Depends on how this one goes. Bum, 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 bum. Not yet. Now. Like I said, I made this skin the girliest skin I possibly could. Look, she's even got the heart surfboard. And it's all pink. I mean, I guess. I've had worse. I'll take that. Okay. Am I going to be the first person to get hundo? No. Amazingly. Yep. Don't mind if I do. I'll take that and I'll take that. Okay, so that's gonna go. We'll put that there. We'll go that like that. That's gonna be good. That be my build. We got chuggies just in case. I think I got my system down now. And then I go this way. And we go here and we wait for War Machine to proc. Or Iron Man. Oh, nobody's gotten that yet. Cap shield, cap shield, cap shield. I mean, that works too. Holy moly. Holy moly. Okay, so I've got a pretty respectable loadout right now. What? Oh. Saw you. Where are you? Probably gonna be a problem in a minute or two. Okay. Oh, I see you. How'd you like that? Mass reload. Mass reload. That got hairy for a minute. Ooh, I don't think I can make it. I don't think I can. No, I'm not gonna make it. Come on. Come on. Oh, 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 oh. Shoot. I was so close. Okay. Who are you shooting at? Oh. Who else wants some of Debo? Okay. That's good to know. Where the next storm will be going. It's always good information to have. I did just lose a weapon, but I mean, doesn't really matter. That's Gwenpool. Somebody just frickin' shoot at me. Ba-ba-do-do-do-do-do. Okay. These freaking Iron Man gloves are badass. Badass. I don't even need to worry about treasure. Like, meh. What could I possibly get that would be better than what I have right now? I mean, a couple 50 pots would be nice, but that's like, see, I'm like I'm leaving armor on the, leaving ammo on the table because I'm just stuffed. Yeah, that's not quite what I wanted to do, but okay. What is that? Sure. Yeah, right. So we're gonna stay in the middle. Or at least we're gonna try to. This is actually a really good run. Where are ya? Oh, hi there. Fool. Try to run up on the king, you better not miss. I mean, if you're just gonna leave it on the table, I'm gonna pick it up. In fact, yeah. So I can just go like this if they're shooting at me. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Oh, yeah, you got Iron Man boots. Okay, so we'll be way over here. I'll see you later. There's an emblem over by the Iron Man. There's an emblem right over here. I don't know where he is, but he's fairly close. So we need to be on our guard here. There's a chance he's in there and he wants out. And he's probably gonna go. Oh, he's right there. Woo! That's not him. Yeah, he got me. Ah! He got me. He got the jump on me. He's good. Right at 42% though. That's not bad. We'll clip that too. I'm saving that. I'm saving that. All right, I think that's it for me today. I will be back tomorrow for Final Fantasy Deathless #1. I have a strategy. I'm focused. I'm ready. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna add another one to the list, and it's gonna get done. Peace out, y'all.